Hey everyone, it's Ilse Strauss here, founder of Purpose Sync Management Consultancy. How are we all? I just want to say thank you to all of you who have liked the page, who are members of our programs, who work closely with us. So hello to everybody who is a friend of Purpose Sync, and hello to those of you who are brand new friends. I just thought I'd pop in today and share some insights with you that may or may not be of value to you. Purpose Sync is all about helping leaders become more purpose-driven in such a way that all their actions, their behaviors, their values are moving closer and closer and closer towards being in alignment with purpose as much as you can every single day. We had a couple of false starts before with this particular video, so my apologies for those of you who tried to jump on before and we got kicked out. I think we're good now. So what I wanted to do today was share some thoughts with you on what does it mean to be a purpose-driven leader when we are looking at bringing out the best in those around us. Now, for some of you, you may have had thought about this before. You've wondered about, well, what does it mean to lead other people? And if so, it's a good thing to consider that. Some of you may not have thought about the question, what does it truly mean to lead other people? Well, the truth is that there's so many variants of leadership and of bringing out the best in people. It could be appeal and connect with people's sense of purpose. That would be one way. It could be a great way to bring out the best in people is to have great communication skills, which is also true. Or you might come from the school of thought that is to bring out the best in other people, you need to know more about what it means to bring out the best in you. All of these ideas and ideals are accurate. None are incorrect. But the one thing that remains constant in all of them is that we pose the question of what does it mean to bring out the best in those around you. I personally have been in leadership in some way, shape or form for over 20 plus years. I started out, in retail stores when I was about 16 years old, and quite quickly moved into a position where I was taking care of teams and businesses and so forth. And so I often say in my trainings, I learned how to lead people before I learned how to do business. So my frame on business is always about, well, how are we taking care of, and what does it mean to take care of those within our employment, those within our team, those within our organization. Now, this conversation even goes as far as looking at leadership in the context of your home. There is leadership occurring in your home. As a parent, if you have children, you are employing leadership skills in churches, in clubs, in organizations, in community groups, in schools. Leadership is happening everywhere. So rather than this being a conversation of this is what you need to do, I wanted just to start to get you to, and encourage you perhaps even rather than encourage you to start thinking about what does it mean to be a leader and bring out the best in those around you. So here's a few thoughts that you can potentially start mulling over. Number one is, well, what does it mean for you to be a leader? So based upon your history, based upon your personal views, based upon your identity, what meaning or definition do you give to leadership? There is a uniqueness that every single person who is responsible for self and others, there's a uniqueness that you bring that other people don't. And it's because of that sense of uniqueness the uniqueness might be in the way in which you believe an organization or a household or a community should be. Whether it's right or wrong, it's all subjective. It's what does leadership mean to you? What is the very ideology that you hold that constitutes your leadership makeup? I trust this will have you start to think about what does it mean for you, because it's a very subjective experience. And then I'd love for you to start considering, well, if that is how I see leadership, whether it's of your business, whether it's in somebody else's business that you're responsible for. I first learned how to take care of other people's businesses before I learned how to take care of my own. It's about coming to an understanding about what that is for you. And then the second thing I want to encourage you to consider is, well, if that is my standpoint on leadership, what then does it mean for me to lead others? And this is where it gets even more interesting, because now you're asking yourself to think about, well, what does it mean that my intention is when I'm leading others? Where did I gain these insights or this understanding about what it means to lead or to manage other people? What are your views on management of others and leadership of others? You might also start to consider, well, who did I watch? Did I admire? Who did I notice? Who did I study? Who did I gain insight from in how to lead others? Because the people who we study under, whether it's informal, non-formal, or formally, the people who we have admired or watched in leadership is going to give you part of your specific makeup as to how you lead other people. So it's why you might reject or embrace certain ideas and ideals about leadership and management. It's why you might have more of a disposition that is more command-like, more directive-like in leadership, as opposed to more nurturing or caring or setting up structures and systems. Or you might have a predisposition to allowing people just to go for it on their own. All of these idiosyncrasies that make up you as a leader is incredibly unique to you. There is no one person who can lead the way that you do. So it's virtually impossible for you to try and be like anybody else in your role as a leader. So today I want to encourage you to consider, what does it mean to bring out the best in those around you? And the 3 questions I've asked around that, and perhaps for you to explore, is number 1, what does bringing out the best in others mean? Number 2, what does it mean to be a leader? And number 3, how does that connect with how I lead other people? So I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comments below. But share your thoughts, share your ideas. I'm looking forward to seeing what your uniqueness is as a leader. See ya.